I'm gonna deliver a very expensive watch in Dublin, but there's one catch. And that catch is I need to drive to Dublin in a car that I haven't been driven for longer than an hour because I don't trust that car. So that's gonna be an absolute disaster. I'm also gonna pick up a watch, a Long and Söhne, a very rare A Long and Söhne in Dublin, and I have a meeting in Dublin, so that's gonna be carnage. Just to the shop here to pick up another watch because I want to show this to a client of mine. Can you hand me over that 5270 green, please? Well, James is filming. Are you making Christmas videos? And Graham, following up Graham at the PP, is grabbing the watch. Look at that. And by the way, may I add that it is literally full house at Pride and Pinion, not HQ, Pride and Pinion shop. It is literally full house. That's insane. Omega, Longines, Breitling, Rolex, Vacheron, Richard Mille, Patek Philippe. What do we have there? Tudor, Tech Heuer, look at that, Zodiac, Tag again, and some other cool stuff. That is mad. We have a fucking mad stock.
Stock's awesome.
Oh, look at this. 5270 green. That watch is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous watch in platinum. Right, I need to go. I need to rush. Do I have everything? Keys done. Good luck. Sell some watches.
Yes, mate.
Plug your Instagram now, quickly.
Graham.atpp.
Oh, Jesus. WePP. Oh, you don't have an Instagram, do you?
No.
Fucking legend. Thankfully. James is the best photographer in the world, period. Look at that. Merchant Hotel. Absolutely beautiful. That's where our shop is located, by the way. Look at this. Beautiful ceiling. That's the breakfast room. That's where our shop is really located. And this is our child of worry or worrying. What the fuck do you call that shite? I'm gonna be driving about 200 and 300 miles with this car, and that's gonna be tricky. Like I'm saying tricky, right? But shouldn't be tricky. Is you shouldn't be worried about breaking down and all sorts of stuff with a car. Like, I am genuinely fucking petrified something is gonna happen. So, yeah. Now, the reason as well, but just to clarify that, I had to take the Ferrari because the Land Rover is off his way to Land Rover for a service, and my missus needs a car for the kids. So this is the only car that I could really choose. But yeah, I'm worried. Let's see in the video if we're actually gonna make it. No.
884536 calls are charged at the standard rate. You've got to be over.
No, we got only one sensor problem, but I mean, it's better than fucking Christmas lights, right? We are going to the Shelbourne Hotel, and that is going to be 2 hours and 12 minutes drive, which takes me into Dublin at 12:15. Meeting starts at 1, lunch starts at 2:15. So, what are you doing? What are you doing, fucking lunatic? Holy fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on here, honestly? Like, why so ridiculously close? Like, it's ridiculously close. Right. 12:15 was arrival. Let me see, is that still the same? Right, 12:15. So 18 minutes past 12 is arrival. That's including traffic. I also probably need to get some fuel. So all in all, quite an intense drive, and that is just if I make it. This is ridiculous. Right, about 30 minutes in, and absolutely not a problem with the car, so that is good. I'm happy with that. And I just crossed the border between Northern Ireland, UK, and the Republic of Ireland, which is the EU. Of course, this is since Brexit, and I think that this is the only border that isn't manned between the UK and Ireland. It's one road. But there are some differences, right? Because it's quite funny. When you drive in Northern Ireland, it's all miles, miles per hour, and then you cross the border, and all of a sudden it becomes kilometers per hour. It's quite funny. But during the process of Brexit, whenever the UK voted leave, there were a lot of talks about the actual border. Can we create a border? And in the end, luckily, they chose not to put a border between Northern Ireland or the north of Ireland. Some people refer it as Northern Ireland, other people refer it as the north of Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland, or as I would call it, the south, which, yeah, it's the south of Ireland, the Republic of Ireland. This is, I believe, the only border really that is mad between the UK and the EU. Like I said, it is a bit mad, but like changing on the same road, changing from mile per hour to kilometer per hour, I never got used to that. That's so random. It's mad. But anyway, I need to get some fuel. I don't need to get some fuel, but I'm gonna get some fuel. And I want to tell you guys a wee bit about the historic importance of this watch, the 5270. Not particularly the 5270, but the historic value of the perpetual calendar chronograph, because it has a really cool history. A history that defined really the direction of Patek Philippe. So I want to talk you through that. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Every time I slow down or whatever, a notification pops up. Like, this is the first notification that pops up, and again, it is the sensor bit. But every time I drive below like 10 miles an hour, that's what happens. Really bloody annoying. Just fueled up, and arrival is 16 minutes past 12. I don't know if I'm the only idiot that does this, but I like to always beat the time on the sat nav. And whenever we left the shop, we were supposed to arrive 18 minutes past 12, and then we changed that to 2 minutes past 12, and now, or 5 minutes past 12, and now it's 16 minutes past 12. So I didn't drive too fast, I promise you. I promise you. I'm just quickly gonna stop here for a couple of minutes because I want to talk you through the actual importance of the perpetual calendar chronograph and the history of Patek Philippe. Because, sorry for the beeping. Let me. Right, that's a stop now. That beep, that bleep, that thing is stressing me out all the time, because it's not just for a seatbelt, it's also for problems with the car. So every time I hear that, I think, fuck's sake, there's a problem with the car. But right, more important things. I want to talk you through the real importance of the perpetual calendar chronograph, because it is so important that it actually defined the history of Patek Philippe. It's the reason, what I believe, why Patek Philippe is where they are today. Not just that, but it's one of them, and this is an important one. The first real perpetual calendar chronograph that Patek Philippe introduced was reference number, or in production line, was reference number 1518 in the early 40s. And keep in mind, Patek Philippe was known as a luxury brand. They were making luxury watches, like the Calatrava that was introduced about 10 years earlier. But Patek Philippe wasn't known for making complicated watches. Like, they were the first one to really make a perpetual calendar chronograph, and many other brands didn't even dare to try that. Not even after the launch of Patek Philippe reference number 1518. And there were about 180 of these pieces produced till about 1955, or the mid-50s anyway. And it followed up with a model 2499, which was a more sleeker, a more modern interpretation of a perpetual calendar chronograph. A watch that was actually in production for about 35 years. Like, that's insane. 35 years in production, but they only produced about 340 or 350 watches in total, meaning that it's about 10 watches each year. That's one of the reasons why the 1580, definitely the steel one, which I believe they only produced one of them, and the 2499s are so ridiculously expensive. I think there were 4 series with the 2499, and yeah, like, in those series, there's been minor changes on the dial, the tachometer, the pusher, stuff like that. But it was always called the 2499. And from about 1986, they introduced reference number 3970, which was also a more modern interpretation. It just got through the years, which was quite interesting. And during that production of the 3970, which was it the 3970? There was another model, reference number 5004, which was also a perpetual Canada chronograph, but it was actually a rattrapante chronograph, so it allowed you to measure 2 time zones. Very complicated watch, very rare watch as well. It's quite interesting, that history, because every model plus the one that followed up on the 3970, which was the 5970, they were all Le Monnier based movement. So all the base movement was Le Monnier, which is a movement maker, which isn't Patek Philippe. Like Patek Philippe modified the movement, so they didn't fully produce that movement. But oh, there's another Ferrari. Let me see. Oh, that's nice. They got distracted by beautiful people and beautiful cars. 488 pista. No bother. I've no idea what the fuck is going on. I initially thought it was an F8, but you know what? I know shit about watches, not about cars. But it looks absolutely the bollocks. I really want a 458 because it's naturally aspirated. It sounds unbelievable. Or a 488, but a 488 is not naturally aspirated. So, but I need a car for January, so I don't know what to do. Any suggestions? Maybe a Huracan? What are we gonna do? Because this is a car for you guys, for the automotive channel. Or we're gonna do mad shit, because we're gonna bring in that car as well to Gumball. I don't know what to do. What do you think? Put them in the comments. That was really cool to meet these guys. Fuck me. They watch the videos and stuff. That's insane. And this is, by the way, that bleep, what I absolutely detest. But whatever. That was fucking funny. And then someone else just stopped with a Tesla. I find it quite difficult to not film that, because I don't want to be in someone's privacy, you know. Like they maybe don't want that. But what a lovely people. They invited me over. Whenever I'm in Dublin, see their garage, they have so many insane cars. That is really cool. We arrived in Dublin, but we're not there yet. This is the tricky bit, because Dublin is a chaotic city, let me tell you, right? It's a fun city, but it is fucking chaotic, and there's traffic everywhere. Now, this car usually starts to give trouble, or the last couple of times it gives trouble when I was in a traffic jam. I haven't been in a traffic jam yet with this car, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. This is really fucking scaring me, you know? Like, this is not a really relaxed ownership of a supercar, to be honest. This is not, I'm pretty sure that this is not the way it should be. Like, being so stressed, like, while owning a supercar. And it's like, it's a new fucking car. But we'll see. And there we go, the first fucking problems. The first fucking problems. Jesus fucking Christ. This is starting to... Right, this is bad news. This is bad news. I have to stop this. I have to stop this. I can't do this. This is ridiculous. Holy fuck. This is fucking horrendous. Look at that. Failures are back. This is brutal. I need to make this meeting. I have 19 minutes, 3.3 kilometers of driving, and I need to figure out what to do here. Right, this is no joke. Failures, Valentino failures, parking sensor. No, that's fine, I don't care. E-diff. Holy fuck. Wow. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. I just don't. Standing in traffic. A really fucking important meeting. I have 17 minutes. It's 3.1 kilometers. Like, I'll get home some way, shape or form, but as long as I make that meeting. That's all that matters. It's genuinely all that matters. And the problem is as well, the roads are terrible, there's speed bumps everywhere, so I need to make sure that at least the lift works, because if the lift doesn't work I can't drive either. All these notifications coming on, but the car doesn't handle any different. It's different than when I was in Italy and Monaco. The car is not handling any different, but that could really change in the next couple of minutes. Like, I'm absolutely heartbroken. 7 minutes delay. Wow, this is fucking stressful. This is next level. Holy fuck. This car means the world to me, and I can't even fucking drive it. I can drive it for fucking 20 miles. This has to fucking change. 13 minutes to go, 2.1 kilometers. Everything is red, meaning that the traffic is fucking madness, and that traffic can be detrimental to the car. Like, that's the problem. When I'm driving, and driving is fine. Whenever I'm on the motorway, I'm fine. Whenever I have to stop, or drive very slow because of traffic, that's where all the problems seem to start. I can't believe that after fucking 2 months of dealing with this shit, it's still not sorted. And the problem is still not found. That's the Shelbourne, that's where I have my meeting. Problems are still there. At least I made that. But Jesus Christ, I don't know how to get back, because I can't drive this back home. That's gonna be another disaster. Right, the car is at the Shelbourne. I don't know what to do with these problems, you know. I just don't. It's a bit desperate. I look like a line. This is just a joke. Embarrassing to say the least. Cup of coffee. Tried to deal with the stress. Meeting starts in 10 minutes, so that's good. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. With a beautiful watch. Look at that. Right, home, and I am f***ing knackered, I'm not gonna lie. It's 12 o'clock. Jesus. I have a lot of questions, right? Right, let me see the garage here. I have a lot of questions. I have only the parking sensor that is flagging up, but only the parking sensor. Why did everything go wrong earlier, right? What is the reason? Right, that's us home. I'm gonna show you this watch. Absolute belter, to be fair. Switch on the light. Let's unpack this mad one. Thank you very much for that. Come on, son. Ooh, look at that. Lovely black strap. Lovely black strap. Very nice. Reference number 142025, top of my head. Yes, 025. It's the new Zeitwerk by Elang and Söhne. The new movement in the Zeitwerk. It's a watch with 451 components. That's insane. And it is the absolute bollocks. Let me take this off. There you go. Look at that. That's just insane. And look at the movement. The movement is definitely the highlight. I'm putting a finger on there because that's for me to cover up the serial number. Just to let you know. But this is the new Zeitwerk. It's a digital watch. A full digital watch. Digital, I don't mean it's electronic. No, it's digital. And this is the newest Zeitwerk. The one with the improved caliber. 451 components. That's just insane. Lovely book comes with that as well. If you have any tips how to fucking solve this problem with the fucking Ferrari, because I need it and I have no idea what to do anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. Tired is the right word. Guys, thank you so much for all the lovely messages. And now it's time to go to bed.